Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
Most of the new series, a couple of them got underway yesterday. So in this one, you have Ashcraft's obviously done a very nice job. This is Yuri Perez. Mindy's making his major league debut. He was a young kid when he was drafted, but makes it now to the major leagues. So we'll see what we get from Perez.
Well, I mean, I just think, Ashcraft here has just kind of crushed it so far this season. That's how I'm going to go. I'm going to go ahead and take the Reds here today in this one for sure. Again, Ashcraft, he just spent money, and the bats have kind of heated up here a little bit for the Reds in this last series. I'm going to go ahead and take the Reds today. Plus about, 130-ish?
Yeah, for sure. Reds on the road going up against this rookie. And, he is a pretty high prospect for the Marlins. In fact, he's only 20 years old. In fact, he'll be the youngest pitcher to make his franchise debut. And, it sounds like a nondescript record to a certain extent until I tell you that the man whose record that he will be, nothing's guaranteed. I mean, he's going out there his first appearance. But the previous youngest pitcher to debut for the Marlins was Jose Fernandez. So that's pretty high regard. Jose, we know, would have been probably a Hall of Famer had he not passed away tragically. So going up against a top prospect and getting plenty of respect from odds makers here as a whole.
Yeah, what they say, number 3 prospect, something like that. So, yeah.
Yep, for sure. Took him a while. I'd say a while to get, he was drafted, I think, in 19, and he's only 20 years old. So drafted basically around, these guys 16, 17 years old, when they are drafted. So, all right, Mindy, I maybe going to tend to trust this rookie here to at least keep him competitive. I'm just not sure at this point as far as the side is concerned. I'd like to see him. It sounds like a very intriguing prospect here. So let's see. With the total at 7.5, though, man, that's dipped a lot. I'm going to have to go over in this one with the Reds. It's been a pretty strong under. The steam came in on the under, make no mistake. But I'm going to go over in this one now that it's down to 7.5. There were some sendouts as high as 8.5. So Mindy will be on the Reds. I'll be on the under. Oh, we got some plays from the chat. It's going to be first 5 here for Corday. Reds money line for Blake. And Nathan. Oh, Bionic Reds for sure. Steve on the Reds. James Edward will take the 1.5 here. And Rocco says, look at Yuri's K-prop. The word will spread on this rookie. And he thinks that plus money might be gone. Curtis will ride with the steam here and go under. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I got this one wrong. I just typed it in wrong here, but this is the Mariners, of course, not the Marlins. In this one, Mindy, the Mariners. Favored with Gonzalez. Marco Gonzalez on the road against the Tigers and Boyd here. Mariners $1.20. And we've seen this one going higher, 8.5 over 25. Steam came in reportedly on the under, but this number's going back up.
Okay, it sounds good. I kind of like the Mariners here today. They are, historically, pretty good team versus the Tigers here. They're 6-1 their last 7 between these two ball clubs. It's one of those that, the Mariners also have a little bit easier time versus, lefties here too. I just go ahead and think that the Marlins get, or not. Now I'm saying the Marlins. The Mariners get this one here today.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, Mindy going to take the Mariners here on the road. A couple left-handers going. Both pitchers have been pretty decent, I'd say. You got Boyd on the mound for the Tigers. That's about as good of a chance as they're going to get.
Yeah,
he's been, on the mound for several of their victories so far. And Bionic is on the Mariners. James Edwards says the Tigers is an easy. Did he say the word lock here?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I get it. So, all right. Well, that steam came in, like I said, on the under, but now it's back up to 8.5 over 25. I'm going to end up on the under in this one, Mindy.
Going with the steam. Or you said, but it came back up a little bit, huh?
Well, the widely reported steam from the services came in on the under. I did see a little bit of pushback on the over, but yeah, I'm going to respect that steam here. Luis is on the Tigers. Nathan Cerna has a first 5 here, Mariners. Fernando says Tigers first 5 and full game. And James says, write it down.
Write down that lock.
I don't. You know what, James? I don't need to write it down because if you win, I'm probably
Ramon wins.
Yeah, you know what happened there. Mindy took the Mariners. I'm pivoting to the total. So you know what we're doing, James. Doesn't mean it's a premium for me yet, but I do like them. No more here after the show.
Right.
All right. The Mets. I almost changed them to mess here, but the Mets on the road minus $1.25 now. It looks like they're going up here against the Nationals and Mackenzie Gore. Gives them a good chance. And the total here is 9 under 20.
Yeah, I mean, the Mets just, watched them play against those Reds yesterday and just looked, woeful on the offensive side. I know the Reds they were ready to play them, but I mean, there wasn't really much, going on there. Now, you do come up against a Nationals team that does have trouble scoring, only averaging about 2.94 runs over their last 5 home games. So it is going to be a little bit interesting to see how they match up. So for me, I am going to go ahead and try the Mets here today with McGill here in this one.
All right, Mindy will try the Mets again, even though she just made fun of their offense a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'm saying when I said the Mets, right? I mean, what's going on, Mets? This is not funny all of a sudden. I mean, to go in there and I took the over yesterday in that one, and they made Derek Law. He wasn't in there for too long, but the Reds just whitewashed them pretty much.
Blanked them.
Blake on the Nats, Fernando on the Nats. Nobody's. Mindy Corday says, "Oh well, I don't know if this one, that phrase is coined, Corday, but I think it's not a. I don't think our friend Rod owns the Steak Friday moniker, but I had a Steak Thursday. All right, more Nationals. It's all about the Nationals in the chat, Mindy.
I mean, I don't blame them, right? I mean,
Mindy's on an island here for sure. Brent on the Nats. Hey, Mindy, I want to say welcome to Trey Van Forbes here, taking Nationals first 5. Obviously knows what's going on. Looks like a new commenter to me. And welcome to Trey Van.
Yeah, I got some Forbes in my family. Maybe we're related. Maybe, right?
Great to have you. Nationals. Nats. Look at this, Mindy.
I see it. I'm trying not to look.
Nathan said, I told you the law was the law. Well, try, bet on them again, Nathan. I dare you. No, just kidding. Mindy, you've got Angel says, you know what? This is a lay 2.5 runs with the Mets. You're probably going to get plus $1.75 or more, I would think, on that.
Right.
So Angel's with you. Butterscotch here, Washington. Scott Smart says going to be a beautiful night at Nationals Park.
Rocco, it's from the Bahamas. Cool.
He says, look, it's going to be hot and humid here tonight in game time. So I'll go over. Give me the over then. I'll take it. Mets and Nationals to go over 8.5. Oh, over 9. What do I have listed on the screen here? 9 under 20. Okay, well, I got to go over 9. That's okay. I'll take over in this one.
Okay.
And hey, Jared's here with me in Vegas. Nice to have you, Jared, in town here. And Trey Van is from the Bahamas.
Yeah, nice. Never been to the Bahamas, but I want to go. Maybe if I just keep using, my apps, I'll get there for free. It looks like eventually.
Your travel apps or?
No, my sports betting apps.
Oh, of course.
Caesars. They offer, as you get to be, 5-star member, you get, 5 free nights.
Okay. I thought you were just going to win your way there.
Well, I mean that too, right? I probably just could do that. But I might as well take the free hotel rooms, Ramon.
Well, I was going to say the last 2 days, I'll be lucky to win a trip to the hot dog cart at the South Point. All right. Mindy's on the Mets and I'm on the over. Here we go with the Rays and the Yankees. Mindy, this is likely to be an opener as usual for the Rays. Fleming is expected to see the bulk of the innings here with Kelly, though, a new opener, I think, here for the Rays. Yankees, $1.70 now, 8.5 over 15.
Yeah. So wasn't it yesterday that you said that Gosman still is has not allowed an earned run versus the Yankees? Goodness, I mean, he kept that one up. It was funny. I went watched some friends play some sand volleyball last night. It was 1-0. Then I got back home and I was 8-0. I was like, what the heck? How did I miss so much offense by this by this Rays team? I wasn't really expecting it. But yeah, I mean, it's, the Yankees now, they've won 6 of their last 8, 5 of their last 6 home games here as well. I kind of think the Yankees get back after it here, today. Cole just has done a really good job. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Yankees.
All right, Mindy. I'll lay it with you. It's real tough. I mean, it's a pretty big price. I've got it, I got it at 175 or so, and maybe that's even a little bit of a discount. Move is to the Rays, not much, but I just think Garrett Cole right now is head and shoulders above everybody in the league. I'm trying to make sure that everyone can hear us. I see Jared says you guys got your sound on. Is that, if I'm reading that right? So not seeing anything else from the chat and any technical issues. I know I was having some technical issues before we came on.
You sound fine to me, but I don't know.
Okay. Your guys got on sound, so not sure. Jared, great to have you. Angel will lay the 1.5. I don't know if I can actually, I don't know if I feel comfortable with, I mean, since I've got the line pretty much right on, I guess the price would still be right for laying the 1.5. So I don't have a problem with that. And Steve says the Yankees will rebound. Luis says Yankees here. And Rocco has over 7.5 in this game, Tampa Bay and Yankees. So interesting if he does. Let me see if they open. Yeah, there definitely was 7.5 openers, and now at 8.5. And man, I kind of like the over there too. But it's interesting. A lot of places check your tickets. I mean, a lot of times the pitchers are listed on totals, but nowadays not so much anymore. And JPZ says give him the Rays. He'll take the Rays in this one. Hello, JPZ. Good to see you. All right, Mindy, we got our first agreements on a big favorite here with Cole. Look, I love the Rays. We all love the Rays. Go Rays. Money lines here. Garrett Cole's pitching. I've got the Yankees tonight. Bionic on the Yankees. Asante's on the Rays. And that was one of the ones that opened last night. I gave out the Rays as my Twitter pick yesterday. My social media play of the day.
There you go.
Okay, well, this is a rematch of the 1979 World Series. The Pirates and the Orioles here in this one. The Bucks, an underdog on the road. Bradish minus $1.50, 8.5 over 20 Oviedo for the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, I still think, with Pittsburgh's, recent woes, they've still had a nice year. And then, Baltimore has been, I think, even, better right now. And it's one of those that, I know that the Pirates have been struggling a little bit, but I like them here today on the run line. I think they're able to go ahead and keep this one close here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Pirates today. Run line about minus 160 there or so.
Okay, Mindy will take the Bucks here, plus 1.5, minus 160 on the road against the Orioles. In the chat, we've got Bionic on the Orioles here. And James Edwards says, trust me, the Pirates will be winning today. It's a big lock. Arrgh! Corday, Orioles money line. Nathan could raise the Jolly Roger. Then why don't you, Nathan?
Could.
Is that what he means, though? Taking the Bucks? I think that sounds like it. Luis says Orioles. And James Edwards says if you're doing parlays, don't bet on the Orioles. I don't understand that one too much, but is straight bet okay? Butterscotch says Baltimore money line. Scott Smart saying over here in this one. Says he's got, he's our DMV correspondent. And he says with this weather today, he does like the ball to carry out. So, yeah, in Baltimore, 77 at game time. Dipping rather quickly, though, as night falls down to 70 degrees or high 60s. Same over in the D.C. area. Looks like warm in the afternoon. Wow, up in the mid to high 80s before the game. And down to about just under 80 degrees at game time. Wind blowing in Washington tonight, but not much. It's negligible, 3 to 4 miles an hour. So, and all right, Scott, with our update there. But I better make a selection here. I'm on the under in this one. I'm actually against Scott in this one at 8.5. I'll go under with the Pirates and the O's today. Here's the Braves and the Blue Jays. Should be a great series here this weekend. Strider, road favorite, though. Big road favorite. Pretty disrespectful, if you ask me. Strider's down to $1.55 or so. The total, 8.5. Over minus 115.
Well, I mean, I think, Strider's been pitching well. It's been hit a little bit this season. Bassett, he's had, I think, plenty of, solid starts here as well. I think this is going to be a competitive game. I'm going to go ahead and go under the total. I know, Strider's last one went over. Hopefully they get back into gear here today. I'm going to go under this 8.5 today.
Yeah, I am too. Look, I know that, these are two of my top 5 lineups, certainly in the league right now, but I would think Strider can have advantages against the entire Toronto lineup. The way, I think he's well above average right now and producing profit. You mentioned he's had some inconsistencies, but I would rather uh, look for him to have a good outing. And Bassett, maybe he's found a little something here with Toronto. So I'm going to be on him here, on the under here with you, Mindy.
Okay, cool.
We'll take under 8.5. And let's see what the chat's up to here.
Chat's up to no good normally.
Well, the Bionic is on the Braves. James Edwards says he's going Jays. I don't disagree, James. I might be with you. $1.60 on the road sounds kind of high to me. Butterscotch says lay the 1.5. That'll reduce the price. Rocco lay a run. And Nathan said he wants to go under as well with us. He makes it a consensus because no one else said anything about the total.
Right.
So it's you and me and Nathan. And we are on this one to go under Braves and Blue Jays today. Verley's here today. Hello to Verley.
Good morning.
All right. Next up, we've got the Angels taking on the Guardians. And it's Anderson for the Halos and Allen for the Guardians. So in this one, I've got the Guardians at minus $1.30 right now, dipping down a little bit. Total 8.5 over minus 120. So that's a complete reversal there. Maybe I should check to see the steam. I will here as you get maybe your preview going in this one, Mindy. But there's no doubt that the total is moving higher in this game.
Okay, well, I kind of like the Guardians here today. That's kind of where I'm gonna go. Anderson to me just hasn't quite looked as good as he has, here in previous seasons with the Dodgers. But it's one of those that the Guardians, they haven't really been scoring too much. That's the only thing that kind of bothers me. But I know eventually they're going to be able to break out some, and it might be against this Angels starting pitching today in that bullpen. I'm going to take a shot here with the Guardians on the money line.
I am too. I'll go with you on this one. Guardians here laying $1.30 or so against the Angels. So I don't mind that at all. It was it's kind of fluctuated all over the place, but now that it's going back up, in fact, I don't know. Could it get back up to 9? I thought I saw a 9. Did you ever see a 9?
I did not have a 9, but
DraftKings apparently opened at 9 under
Okay.
15, but that might have been the only one out of the books that I follow. I only keep a few. I only keep the ones that I access. Tony keeps them all up there. But I'll go under with you. I'll go with the Guardians with you, Mindy, here in this one. Whoops, did I say? And see if the chat's with us here in this one. Bionics on the Guardians, and JPZ might be cautioning us of the weather conditions. Let me see if I can't get an update on that here. So there is just a 5% chance of postponement, although a significant chance of rain towards the middle of the game. Expecting some rain for sure, but maybe not likely to cancel the game in this one. So Anderson's metrics aren't bad, but I just am not confident right now in what's going on with the Angels again. I'm worried that we might start to see the skid. Here's
Yikes.
Luis on the Angels. And Asante, oops, we're on the Asante's from Toronto, he says. He's talking about that Braves game. We've kind of moved on a little bit, but I just want to, they love betting. They love gambling they love gambling in Canada, period. I like Canadians, even if they're not fond of us. All right. We're on the Guardians. Here we go. Well, Mindy, it's great news to see the name James Paxton there, the Big Maple. He's back. It's been 2 years since Paxton has been on the mound. He had Tommy John surgery. He also took a little extra time to get his body right. He had some other lingering injuries. And then just when he was ready to go this season, he got injured. It wasn't his arm or anything. It was like a hamstring or a groin or something that has sidelined him for an extra month. But turn back to the clock day, I guess, with Wainwright and Paxton. But it's great to see, and Boston, certainly a team that, I don't know, they're starting to look pretty decent as the bats. Maybe the pitching's getting there. They put some money into this pitching, and now James Paxton's back. That's a great sign. Happy to see James Paxton back. Hopefully he'll be good James Paxton, not bad James, because, I think we could say he was a pretty solid pitcher with the Mariners despite some ups and downs.
Sure. And it's one of those that you have Wainwright that hasn't pitched on the road yet this season. So a little bit of unknowns here on both sides. So, this Cardinals team hasn't been playing well on the road unless they're in Chicago, I guess, playing against the Cubs. But again, I think you had talked about moving up this Boston Bats, moving them up in your, ranking system there. I think that's how I'm going to go today. Boston's won 9 of the last 11 after starting the season, pretty slow. So I'm going to go with the Red Sox here today.
Okay, Mindy on the Red Sox here. Yeah, I've got them a top 5 offense right now. My number 4 offense, James Edwards, Red Sox baby. Shannon Moore here today. Steve Fallow is on the over in this one. Burley's coming in with Boston. Brent says Red Sox all the way. Michael Thompson says over 10.5 runs. Are they playing this one in Colorado?
That's instantly what I thought of when you said that.
Well, we know Red Sox total home games are always going to be over a little bit. Still Wainwright and Paxton. That's I know we have, have to see Paxton. He did have a rehab, so Bionic on the Red Sox here. And Luis coming in on the Red Sox as well. I'm feeling Red Sox might end up being pretty popular at the window here. Nathan on the Red Sox here. Or at least the White Sox with red stripes, but we know what he means.
Right.
In this one. All right, I'm going to go over with Michael. Steam came in on the over. I'll take the over in this one. I'm not fading on Mindy on that. I kind of want to look a little bit deeper and see on the side. I definitely looked back and saw, when I saw Paxton's name come up, I didn't know he was near his return, so I was pretty excited about that. All right. Mindy on the Red Sox. I'm on the over. The Astros are going to take on the White Sox, another World Series rematch from the past. And in this one, I'm showing the Astros road favorite here, down to $1.45 now. So, maybe there's some action here on the White Sox with that high price. And you have JP France, certainly a bit untested. Astros lost his first start.
Yeah, but it wasn't, it wasn't France's fault. He didn't give up any earned runs in that one. It was, the bullpen there versus the Mariners. And it's just been that this White Sox pitching just hasn't been great this season. It's one of those that Kopech here has just given up the long ball, gives up 4 home runs per 9 innings here thus far. So I mean, it's one of those, like, I doubt he could go ahead and keep that pace up, but it's just one of those, the White Sox just really haven't been scoring much for me. So I'm going to go ahead and go under the total of 9.
All right, Mindy goes under here. Astros and White Sox. Steam came in a little bit on the over in this one, but it's holding steady there at 9 under 25. Let's go to the chat here. I'm on it with you, Mindy, as far as the total's concerned, by the way.
Okay.
I do like it under. I'm going to fade the steam there. Here's Bionic on the Astros. James Edward on the White Sox. Luis Venegas on the Astros. Steve on the Astros. It's a lot of Astros action, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They're competitive with Kopech. But France was good. I agree. Let's go under at 9, under 25. We'll lay the juice here.
Okay. We don't have a choice.
All right, Mindy, maybe you can tell me a little something about the opener here. I don't know. We know that I think I'm showing Lynch as the bulk pitcher today, but maybe this young pitcher, Taylor, is the opener, it feels like to me. Burns, obviously a huge favorite at 220, 8.5 under 15.
Yeah, so Ramon, you got the head-to-head victory again on the challenge yesterday. Yeah, on that walk-off. So it's one of those.
Boy,
I'm happy for the Royals.
Pizza sure sounds good on a Friday night. I'd love a pizza.
Right. But yeah, I mean, the Brewers have struggled, and I think the KC bats here are doing pretty well. I'm actually going to go ahead and, I think Milwaukee's probably going to, try to come back a little focused. But you got a Royals team that thinks they can win here a little bit. I'm going to take the Royals here on the run line today.
Did you ever think?
110. What's that?
Did you ever think that maybe they are my Royals?
Sure, you can have them.
Right?
Yeah, you can have them.
Oh, boy. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess if any, like I said, I think I've had a pretty good handle on this team. I'm not sure in this matchup if I want to side with you. Corbin Burns, he might be liable. He might be mowing down these guys today. I don't know. Take a look here. Like I said, Taylor, just an opener here. I'm sure Lynch is going to be the guy to get the bulk innings. So maybe I do the challenge. Maybe I'll do it. Let's do it. I'm going to go again. I'm going to take the challenge here, and I'll lay the 1.5.
Okay.
A real challenge here. We don't even need a bookmaker. We're just against each other here. What a waste of. I don't like to do that, but I like the Brewers today, and I don't want to necessarily lay a run line with the premiums. So Curtis says he likes Kansas City to get this one to cover, so I'm going to think he's with you here on a run line. When you say cover, Curtis, I think that means take the 1.5. Want to say hello to Mike Ferraro. We just did the Yankees game, Mike, back there, and we did. We'll say it right now since you're new to the show, but we did take Cole and lay the price. He said, "Do you think it's too high of a price?" I mean, obviously we went with Cole, and $1.70. You might be able to get a little bit cheaper than that. It looks like it's going down a little bit, but. Cole looks like the man. That's what we feel like. I know it's a pretty square take, but it's not like, there's not much variant with him. You're getting a pretty top-notch effort every time. So, all right, let me get back here with the Luis on the Royals run line. Nathan wants to take him with you as a big dog here, Mindy. Plus 220. I don't know if we can get that good a price with the Royals and Burns. I'm showing right now down to about plus 200. Bionic on the Brewers. And what does Nathan have here? A blue circle. Does that mean
the blue of the Brewers or the blue of the Royals?
Well, that looks more like a royal blue to me than a brewer blue, which I do think is a shade darker than the royal
Yeah,
blue.
so I think, since a royal is a color of blue, it would have to be the Royals.
Okay. Oh, that's
right.
an excellent deduction. Even if it's wrong, it's a great deduction. Okay. First 5 Brewers for Verley, James Edward on the Royals. So that's a mixed bag, really. And I'd say since they're such a big dog, I'd almost say that the chat is kind of siding with you, Mindy. But I'll lay it down with Burns. Royals going back out on the road. Prove it to me now, Royals. I've backed you enough. I backed you at the right times, and I've gone against you at the right times. I'm the new Royals correspondent. Mindy's my Royals correspondent, always. All right, the Cubs and the Twins. Smiley and Gray. There's a couple of veterans for you, Mindy. In this one, the Twins at home favored minus $1.45, total 8 under 25.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this one kind of comes down to, home field advantage a little bit here, because the Twins have split their last 6 games, but they've won 4 of their last 6 here at home. Mm-hmm. And suddenly, you have a Chicago bullpen that's kind of struggling a little bit. They've lost 3 of their last 4, 6 of their last 7 road games. So it's this Cubs team that's not really playing well here on the road. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Twins here today on the money line.
They are not playing well on the road. Look, I've got the Cubs offense maybe in a pretty tough spot here against Gray. I think you always get a decent effort out of him. No doubt, Smiley's been great. Even on the road, he's been pretty good. At home, he's been terrific. I like Minnesota in this one, though. Even at this price, I'd say let's take him. I feel pretty confident. Look, the sharps are all over the Cubs. Believe me on this one. Believe me, they are on the Cubs for sure here, but I'm not. Fading my buddies, the sharps. And as always, it is speculation when I talk about those sharps. Want to say hello to Yard Foods. Yard Foods is here. Paging Curtis. Paging Curtis, man, come to the center. Curtis. Here's Verley going under in this one. Mindy, the steam definitely came in on the under here. I wasn't sure. I was thinking over first, and I was reconsidering. Probably not going to be strong enough for me to do anything with it. Here's Brent on the Twinkies Bionic Cubs run line. Lots of opinion here. Nathan on the Twins. Shannon Moore with an Earthy here.
Okay, cool.
Curtis says Tony said Cubs on his show. And
Tony's going with the Cubs, huh?
Luis on the Twins. All right, Mindy, we're on the Twins in this one. After all, they just beat my Padres 2 out of 3.
They just beat me.
Yeah, I was on the Padres on that series. I think I went 0 for 3. I think I was on the Twins with the Padres. Well, I don't want to talk about it. All right, we're almost through here. Let's go with the Phillies on the road here with Walker and Rockies with Gomber. In this one, the Phillies on the road, but this one's dropping quite a bit. $1.40 here for the Phillies, 8.5 under 20.
Yeah, I mean, you have both of these teams with subpar bullpens right now, but I think I kind of tend to lean more towards this Phillies team. I think they have more of the complete lineup here. They're hitting 250 versus lefties here this season. It's one of those that the home splits for Gomber is pretty bad here. I'm taking the Phillies today on the money line.
All right, Phillies on the money line for Mindy. And yeah, so I'm worried about Gomber too, but maybe I'm going to trust him here. Not totally sold on the Phils at this point. On the road here, they have a pretty good matchup. Some of these bats against those right-handed bats, and they're going to, probably end up alternating in the lineup certainly here. A reported steam came in on the under. And boy, I tell you, what is it right now? 11 and a half. All right, I'm going to take another challenge here, Mindy, and I'm going to go with the Rockies for our second challenge. I'm going to take the Rockies here in this one as an underdog. I'll take them on the money line. Mindy and I, second challenge of the day.
Ooh, fun.
And here we go with Luis Venegas says take the Rockies here in this one. But the Rookies would be a good name for a team.
Right.
I mean, I know it's a name, it's something like seeing an old 1970s TV show on a sandlot softball team. Rockies here for Bionic. Steve's on the Phillies. Luis on the Rockies. Definitely a mixed bag looks like coming here. Nathan on a lean here. Corday says Phillies. Run line. Loves it.
Loves it. All right.
Verley says Rockies run line. I'll take him on the money line just so I have a challenge with Mindy. All right, the Giants. This will probably be, if this is an opener, this is their standard opener, Brevia. I'm sure Alex Wood is expected to handle the bulk of the duties. So he gets an opener today with the Brevia. And the Giants on the road, I think they are a slight favorite here, $1.15. And here's another double-digit total at 10.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. That's really gone up. But I'm going to go ahead and, oh, goodness.
That really has gone up. You're right.
Well, it was kind of one of
Basically,
those that I was going to kind of go ahead and take a look at the over. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the over, even though it's gone up that half a run to 10. You said
Yeah.
you got two guys here with pretty high ERAs, 6.75. Brevia, Nelson looking at right around 6. A couple bullpens here with some high ERAs here. Each giving up 21 home runs here in the bullpen. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the total here. Even though I like it better at 9.5, but I got to get to 10 anyway.
Yeah, and now we got to get to 11, but to win, but that's okay. Let me see. I wonder if we. I'm sure it's 10 everywhere. I was just wondering if just maybe. No, it's 10 everywhere now. It is juiced to the under at some spots, but it's showing it continuing to go up. And I agree with you, Mindy. We're on the over here. No hemming and no hawing and no procrastination and no pivoting and no challenge. We're on the over. Giants and Diamondbacks. Here's Luis is on the Giants. And Neil Boyce here today. Good to see Neil. He's on the Giants as well. That sounds pretty darn good to me. I'm thinking Giants. Nelson's been kind of a disaster, hasn't he?
Right.
Bionic on the Diamondbacks. And Nathan says, I cashed with a Nathan. What didn't Nathan cash yesterday? Whew. Cash with Giants yesterday. He likes the D-backs for the bounce back. He thinks Nelson is the better pitcher than Alex Wood. How about that? Yeah, I don't know about that. But do appreciate Nathan's hot, so trust him. Unless he meant the opener, certainly. I know I agree with that, but I would think that we're including Wood. I'm considering Wood the pitcher for San Francisco to be in there in the second inning and beyond. Steve says San Francisco and the over team total at 5. In fact, I'm showing a lot of places at 4.5 over 35 a little bit, but 5 would be a better number. Obviously, good return. the Rangers will be a big favorite on the road tonight when they take on the lowly Athletics. Although, if you were going to send one guy out there for the Athletics that's, at least been on the mound when they've won, it's Waldachuk, 175, 8.5 over 20.
Yeah, it's like one of those that you have the worst, pitching staff meeting the highest, scoring offense here today. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the total, over this 8.5. I'm expecting the Rangers here to stick with their 6 runs a game. I think they can get it done here today. Going over the total.
Mindy goes over in this one with Rangers and Athletics at 8.5 here. And I'm going to take the Oakland Athletics. I'll take them on the run line at plus 1.5 at minus 110 or so. I'll take Oakland. Well, not much going on in this one. Here's Rangers run line for Bionics challenging. We got a challenge. Brent's saying take the Rangers. I get it. I mean, the Rangers have been. Verley says he'll lay 2.5. I'm on Oakland. I'm on Las Vegas. Athletics. Michael's on the over with you, Mindy. I'm on the Las Vegas A's plus a 1.5. All right. I figured not much movement on that one from the crew, huh?
Right.
All right, Mindy. Well, Padres going to go up to LA now, and boy, the Dodgers, they certainly enjoyed the accommodations when they came down to San Diego for the most part. And we'll see here, but you got Blake Snell, who's been pretty bad. I still support him because I know we can get innings out of him, and he's a pitcher that does improve. But right now, it hasn't been too special for the Padres. Steam came in on the Padres. Steam came in on the over.
Oh, which one do I want to take? I like both of those, Ramon. I like both. I'm going to go ahead and take the Padres today. I'm going to take them here on the money line versus, it's one of those, the Dodgers have kind of struggled to hit lefties here a little bit so far. So I'm going to go ahead and take your Padres team here today.
Okay, great. I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
Like I said, that Steam came in on the over. It really didn't necessarily. I mean, the sharps are all over the over. You can't find a sharp that wants the under in this game. That's going to put me on the over. That's just the way it's going to be.
I like the over, like I said. Pick the wrong one, darn it, Ramon.
Okay, well, I just can't trust my Padres at this point. I don't want to take it. I got enough at stake. We're not supposed to. I don't know. I know we got our some friends over on the other channel that stick with their teams through thick and thin. I try to be realistic, and maybe I don't probably include the Padres as much as I should as a premium play, considering that, they're a pretty decent club. But I did strike out with them, in yesterday's game, and they blew that lead. So maybe I watch them so intently, and they, all right, I'll take the over in this one. I've got to get over 9. Mindy is on. The Padres. Yay, Padres.
Yay.
Good show. Thanks, everybody. Great job, everybody.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.